Right then, chaps and chapettes, or anyone else who identifies as any other gender out there. This is a 1956 PYE CTM, just have a look at the back cover, CTM 17T, that I've just finished completely restoring, overhauling. So I thought I'd show it off. Right, not much to say about this. I got it from, because I live in the district of Sheffield, I got it locally from a guy in Barnsley who was clearing out an old house that was dilapidated for years and had gone onto the market. Clearing it all out, discovered this. So it would have been designed, well, the tuner would have been tuned for Channel 2, BBC from Holm Moss, Channel 10, ITV from Emley Moor. So from when it was made in 1956 up until 1968, it would have carried Granada and ABC. And then from 1968 onwards, it would have carried Yorkshire Television. There is evidence that this TV was used as late as the 1970s, because there are some valves in there dated 1970 and 71, and one, which I think is one of the tuner valves, is dated February 1974. So this TV could very well have been used up until the end of 405 line TV being switched off in January the 3rd, 1985, I think. But anyway, I've got a couple of bits of vintage ITV presentation that I want to show you. That I want to show you on this TV. I've got it fed from my, don't know if you can see that, but I've got it fed from my standards converter. Come on. And those of you who are familiar with it, which will have just been demonstrated just then, I've got an Aurora standards converter with attenuator on the end, because the signal being put out by the Aurora is usually far too strong for TVs themselves, so you have to have an attenuator to weaken the signal a bit. Right, so enough of my waffling. In fact, just a little bit more waffle once I've got this flickering. There's a flaky aerial cable or aerial connector somewhere. Right, so just a brief explanation. See if the camera's still recording. Yeah, it is. Brief explanation. First of all, we've got two versions of an ABC, or two recreations of an ABC television ident that was used from 1956 to 59, that were used for, it's the long 40, 45, 50 second version that was used for the startup. The reason why there are two versions, I don't think that there were actually two versions in real life, but the reason why we have two versions, in case you're not familiar with this, is that ABC junked allegedly junked the original film reel that contained this ident on it in 1959, as soon or sometime after 1959, after they rebranded. So we don't actually have the footage to go on. I'm saying they junked it. It might have had a lucky escape. You know, some technician at ABC might have taken it home with them. If anyone out there finds it, please return it. Return it to Transdiffusion or Kaleidoscope or somewhere, or even me. Get in touch with me and I'll return it. Right, so the reason why we have two slightly different versions is because there are two slightly conflicting memories of how the ident was from people who worked at ABC, like Geoffrey Lugg, who was the, I think, president of Transdiffusion at the time, not sure. But also slightly conflicting memories between him and people who remember it as version 1, and some people who remember it as version 2. Anyway, enough of my waffling. Let's get on with it. Right, just wait for the file to load. I hope you can hear it okay, by the way. And here is version 2. There we are. Right, so we've done ABC. I don't have... Yeah, I've got other files on there that I don't want to show you because of copyright. I just have them on here so I can personally enjoy them on these old TVs. But I'm not going to breach copyright. Right, so let's go for a bit of classic Granada once I've slapped this into behaving. Right. Is it going to behave? Yeah, I think it is. Right, so oh, come on. So I will just fast forward through that. Rewind slightly. Right, so while we just wait for that, let me just sort this out. This is Coronation Street, one of the early ones. Well, I can see it's one of the early ones because it's got in. But it's one of the early ones. I think it's 6th of March 1961, this.
Who's that?
I think that's what it mentioned on the menu.
Who's me?
Yeah. Monday, 6th of March 1961. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, it was certainly interesting trying to get the TV to stop crackling. Flaky aerial cable here, and I don't have any spares at the moment. Right, but there we are. It's done. Bye bye.